Google Plus, and America, and Canada and Asia and Africa and all the other places that watch this video. Which according to Google statistics, Australia, hey, we're raising the roof over there, Australia, watching these videos. Thank you, I appreciate it. Being a student, there are a few things I know how to do really, really well. Either do very well in school or do very poorly in school. The general idea when you're going to school is to excel so that you can graduate, get a degree, and move on with your life. But for a few people out there, that's not the case. As you can probably imagine, failing at school is a lot easier than succeeding in school. And you could take the easy way out by not going to classes, not doing your homework, general stuff like that. But we're about to get a little creative and a little bit more realistic about the college experience. Not going to class is one thing, and you're not going to succeed in school if you don't go to class. But something that is just as bad or worse, going to class hungover every day. 9 o'clock at night, you're about to go to bed, friend pops in and says, let's go party. And you're like, alright, let's go. And then 5 or 6 hours and a whole lot of alcohol later, you finally pass out in the comforting confines of your bed. You actually remember passing out? No, you probably don't. But the important thing is that you did pass out in your bed, not in your closet. Regardless of where you went to sleep, what matters is that when all of a sudden it's, oh my gosh, 8 o'clock and your alarm's going off and you have class to go to in 30 minutes and everyone's freaking out and the sky's falling and there's llamas everywhere. And you go to sit up because obviously you're going to be in a rush now and extremely underprepared because you just partied. You didn't think about your academic career very much. Head's hurting and you go to class and you're like, alright, it's time to sleep. So, there's one way to not succeed in school. Another way to not succeed in school is to test your ability to, make up excuses. You know what I'm talking about. It's not that you're not doing your homework, it's that you don't want to do your homework because you want to see if you can get away with it by making up an excuse to your professor. Theater people, this might seem like a wonderful way to learn how to lie. I mean, act. But in reality, your professor's just going to start looking at you like you're an idiot more often, and your grades will slowly plummet, no matter how many times Grandma Susan has died. No, seriously, you can make up some really creative excuses. And there are some good ones that can actually get you out of trouble pretty quickly. Will you have to probably make up the work later? Yes, I'm gonna say so. And on the other hand, there are some really terrible excuses that the professor's just not gonna believe. You're gonna look like a dumb idiot person. My vacuum cleaner came alive last night and ate everything in my room. Ate everything. My feet are gone. These are not real. I was on my way to school to turn in this report and a Jimmy John's delivery person stopped in the middle of the road and wanted to have a dance-off with me. Couldn't say no. It's Jimmy John's dance-off. Hello. Matthew McConaughey was legitimately in my living room. Okay, would you go to school if Matthew McConaughey was in your living room? And oftentimes people tell us that it's better to tell the truth to the professor instead of making up an excuse. But if I did that, they would usually sound something like this. I was checking my email before bed and I got on Google Plus and the next thing I know it's 3 or 6 o'clock in the morning and the sun's about to come up and I'm still on Google Plus. I had a Family Guy marathon on Hulu Plus last night. I was cleaning my room and rearranging furniture until the sun came up this morning, and then I was tired and my bed looked a lot more comfortable than when I was moving it around, and so I took a nap, and oops, I missed class, sorry. Another way to not succeed in school is to constantly act like Elle Woods from Legally Blonde. Ladies and gentlemen, that only works for Reese Witherspoon, and that only works for her in a movie. Actually, 3 movies. So you see, failing in school is rather easy. You'll fail if you party every night and go to school every day hungover. You'll fail by constantly making up excuses. Things like that. It doesn't work when you don't show up, turn things in. Don't do well, generally. Acting like Elle Woods every day. Especially if you're a male. And there are extreme things, like when the teacher says, alright, class, today we're going to talk about, and you pop up out of nowhere and you're all, we're going to talk about funk. And there you go. You start dancing. Starting food fights in class, didn't really look down upon. Oh, you could go up to your professor and get really, really close. You have a booger. Arson is bad. Shanking other students is bad. Throwing a spontaneous wet t-shirt contest with all of the people in the room that are wearing white. We just happen to have water balloons. Aww. So there you have it, folks. If you want to fail in school, then just do all of the things I told you not to do, and you'll be set. Everyone have a great semester.